All right, now just a brief prediction into the foreseeable future of Night of Champions.
Wait, is that all the matches?
That's all the matches.
So far.
Yeah, so far.
I'm expecting a Divas.
A Divas what? Brian Panties in it?
Wait.
Brian Panties.
No, because it's going to be Mickey versus what's her face? What's that name? Katie Lee.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Who cares? Who cares
Possibly.
about?
But then again,
Wait,
when they
Melina's
fit it
just
into
done a turn, so maybe it'll be a tag team match. Melina and Mickey versus Beth and what's her name?
Yeah.
You know
What's her
what?
name and what's her name versus the other two? What's her
You know what would be so cool?
Yeah.
In the Divas match where we have all 10 Divas, if they do have 10, in the ring.
Already.
Hold on. In the ring in the Brian Panties match, and all of them got stripped down to their Brian Panties. And you know what happened next? The Great Khali walks out, stomps into the ring, and big boots all of them. It will leave you fans speechless.
Yeah,
No, because I would have already left the room to pour beer.
Okay, alright, now.
Let me just say that this is truly sad when One Night Stand has come to this. As much as a hardcore match they like to call it, it's nothing like it was 3 years ago.
Well, too bad.
I miss the good old days.
Well, now, Night of Champions.
Yeah.
So what are our matches? Now, I'm going to just limit the scope to 3 of the big matches. So
nothing's been set for this, eh?
Nothing has been announced. There were no rumors going out.
But most of the matches will be similar to what's at One Night Stands. They're not that far apart, right?
Well, basically the gimmick, based on rumors, the gimmick that they're trying to establish for the Night of Champions would be the clash of champions versus champions. So we may see the World Heavyweight Champion taking on the WWE Champion.
What's the point of that?
Well, just to prove which
one's the better.
who's the better brand with the better champions.
Really.
Now, if we do have Undertaker, assuming that he wins the title, or Edge, which I hope is Edge, wins the title at One Night Stand and goes on to face Randy Orton, who's the WWE champion, I would say, when he beats Triple H at One Night Stand. So there will be a cool match, Edge versus Randy Orton, you know, rated RKO all over again.
Randy versus Undertaker would be better.
Randy versus Undertaker?
Yeah, Randy's got a lot of energy. He reminds me of Edge in a way. I'd like to see that.
All right.
Yeah.
No, wait, it'll be Triple H
versus Undertaker. Okay, that may happen.
And Triple H will.
About the two kings of both shows.
Yep.
Now we may have.
I just don't get this idea at all. I mean,
no
one's fighting for the title, so it's just two titles. Yeah, I don't know.
Just so don't buy the pay-per-view WWE unless you make it interesting. We're not going to buy it.
Right, the next match I foresee.
At least we're not seeing the same matches, for the last 3 pay-per-views.
Anyway,
the next match, I think it will happen somewhere down the line, will be Matt Hardy representing SmackDown's United States Champion, taking on. Now this will happen, guys, just between us, not them. Move away. Jeff Hardy is going to beat Chris Jericho and win back his Intercontinental title, and you're going to see Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy clash.
You're not going to hear Your little hand block isn't working, by the way.
It's supposed to be some graphic, some graphic thing coming up. But anyways, yes, I'm hoping to see Matt versus Jeff, where both of them are the respective mid-carders champion for their brands.
it'll be Matt versus Jericho.
Oh, not Matt versus Jericho.
It will be Matt versus Jericho. If they're going to do this, they should do Matt versus Jericho.
And why?
Because I think it'll be an awesome match. How many matches have you seen between Jericho and Matt Hardy? Not that many.
Yeah.
Okay, you have a good point. You see, they're agreeing with me again.
They're completely disagreeing with you.
No. Okay,
and I would like to see Matt Hardy win that match, Jericho passing.
How about they do CM Punk versus Chris Jericho? They can both put their things on the line. You got the Money in the Bank,
you mean the one that we predicted?
The one we
about
predicted
3
ages
pay-per-views
ago.
ago.
Yeah. They could both put their titles on the line. Intercontinental versus Money in the Bank. They can do it at Night of Champions. There you go.
Okay.
That sounds good to me.
Well, our third match would be a #1 contender match for either WWE or the World Heavyweight Championship, in which we may throw in JBL, John Cena, Batista, who else do we have? Edge into the running to be Mr. Kennedy, MVP, into a huge battle royal in which they will then decide who should face who at later stages of the night.
No.
They're all too big. I would want to see them in separate matches.
Okay, well, we're going to end it there, so any closing notes, guys?
Oh, Do you have anything to add, Lynette?
I just think the Night of Champions, like Judgment Day, is a waste of time. It's too close to one night stand. It's not going to count for anything. I really don't think anything is going to change. It's I think it's stupid. No one's going to buy it.
Oh, it's sad. I think most of the matches are going to be matches we've already seen. There's nothing really big going to happen. I hope they do change it. That would be great.
Yeah, come on, WWE. We want to get excited about a pay-per-view. Come on.
Or maybe they just need to reduce the number of pay-per-views. There's just way too many, you know.
No, I think
It's
they
getting
need to
stale.
improve the quality of match that they put into a pay-per-view. Because if it's a great match, I'll buy your pay-per-view.
You can only do that if you've got time to build up a feud, and they don't have time.
Exactly.
You know, so there's too many pay-per-views.
Whatever I was going
That's
to
my
say
closing point.
Has been
has been said.